Hello class. Today we're working on a Repellent and we're getting started with Python. So we're at Repellent and you can see my view has changed a little bit. I'm using the stacked format and the dark theme. Over here on the left hand side there's a gear. You can click that and change it to stacked or side by side. And then you can change the theme from light to dark. I like to use the dark one. Alright, so let's get started. What is a comment? A comment is something that we use in coding to give us some information. Like when you write a bunch of code, you might want to give yourself little notes, side notes. Think of them like sticky notes to remind you what you're doing at a certain point in time. A single line comment can be written with the hashtag and then you can write. So if I write here without the hashtag, this is not a comment. So you can see the first part of this is not a comment, and then whenever I put the pound sign or the hashtag or whatever you want to call this guy, the rest of it becomes a comment until I get to the next line. So this is a single line comment. So if you had a bunch of lines of code, line 1, line 2, and you wanted to make them all comments, you could go to the front of each one of them and you could put a little pound sign and you could comment them all. Or if you wanted to use multi-line comments, you can use this. This is a multi-line comment. So if you put 3 of the quotation marks next to each other, you can get a multi-line comment. So you can write more stuff inside of here. So you can just keep on going. All of the stuff in here is a comment. Pretty cool. Alright. So comments are little notes for us. You can do a single line comment with just the pound. And the compiler completely ignores anything in between here. So if you're trying to hide an error or if there's something inside of this that would normally make it mess up, comments prevent it from happening. So it's just code for you to read, and the computer completely ignores it. It skips over the top of it. What is a string? A string is a list of characters in order. A character is anything you can type on the keyboard in one keystroke, like a letter, a number, or a backslash. Strings have spaces. Hello world, or they can have spaces, like hello world. So this whole thing from here to here is still a string. An empty string that has 0 characters. Python strings are, and then I got some examples for you. This, that, hello, 8800. This right here is a string. This is an example of a string. Even numbers are an example of a string. So you can use numbers, you can use special characters, still a string. I ate pizza for breakfast. It's getting longer, but it's still a string. Even this right here, just one little space. This is still a string. Next. What is a function? Well, I have a web page for us to look at for this one. Oops, let's see here. And whatever, I'll just show you this. So on Neo, we have this built-in functions, and if you go to this link here, you can find the pretty large list of the actual built-in functions. Here's some of them that I put in. This page will take you to the functions. The ones we're going to be talking about are print, where is it? Print and input, maybe minimum and maximum. We'll use those later. But if you want to know how to use them, you can scroll down and find the function you're looking for, and you can use it. So lots of functions listed in here. So what is a function? These are some functions right here. Print, input, minimum, maximum. You'll notice that whenever you get a function correct, if you type print, the function turns blue, and then you put the 2 parentheses afterwards. Now anything you put inside of this is going to print out. So if you want to put a string in here, you put the quotations. Now I can print my string. So I'm going to hit run, and let's see what I get from this. So I got all those other strings I have at top, and I can say this right here. Now I can print my string. Well, what if I wanted to print just a number? Let's see if that works. If I just put 5, print 5. I ate a pizza for breakfast and 5. So I can print out 5. So that's an example of a function. If you get it, if you spell it correct or it actually exists, you'll notice that it turns blue. So there's a function. Here's another function. It turned blue. And maximum, another function. Cool. So now we want to know, what is a variable? A variable is a holder that stores some information for the computer to use later. Like a box that holds something for later use. Okay, so here's an example of a variable. I'm going to say name is equal to ren. And I want this to be, or I'm going to use a string, ren. So now I have, this is my variable. Name is my variable, and ren is my string. Name is the variable and ren is the string. So now if I was to type print, and I can say what is my name, and if I run that, it's going to print out ren. Even though I told it to print name, it's telling me to print this variable name. Well, what's inside of name? I put ren, the string ren, inside of name. So now if I go down, I can say name is now equal to John, and I'm going to print name again. Now if I run that, you're going to see that it says ren and then John. So what happened right here is we changed what the variable had inside of it. Change name to John. So here it started out as Ren, and then we changed the name to John, so when we printed it out again, it now became John. So this is basically how variables work. You can store numbers inside of there, you can do math to them, addition, subtraction, all kinds of things like that, and it will print out. What is a compiler? A compiler is a program that converts instructions into machine code or lower level form, or into a lower level form so that they can be read and executed by a computer. So it takes this, all the stuff that we've been writing, and when we hit run, it turns it into ones and zeros so the computer can understand and know what to do. Alright, I think that's going to be it. I think we went over everything. Have a good day.